Good morning, children. Today we'll learn a very interesting topic. So the name of the topic is Amazing Antarctica. So I think so you might have heard about continent Antarctica. According to size, Antarctica it is the fifth largest continent of our planet, and Antarctica it is an ice-covered continent surrounded by Southern Ocean. Almost all of the continent's land it is covered by a thick layer of ice. So full continent Antarctica it is covered by a thick layer of ice. And Antarctica it is the driest continent of the seven continents, and Antarctica it is an icy desert with very little rainfall throughout the year. And Antarctica it is also the windiest place on the earth, where wind speed of more than 350 kilometers per hour, 218 miles per hour have been measured. And Antarctica it is the least populated continent. There are no residents living permanently here. Only around 1000 people in winter and 10,000 people in summer live on the Antarctica continent. Now we will see what is a polar region. So polar region is a region that is surrounded by North Pole and South Pole. So the regions of the earth surrounding its geographical poles. So you can see North Pole and South Pole. So it is also known as frigid zone because these regions are always dominated by Earth's polar ice caps. So you can see the sunlight receiving in the equator is high, and in the North Pole and South Pole the sunlight receiving is very less. So that's why this area, this continent, this region, North Pole and South Pole, it is always covered with the polar ice caps. So the northern resting on the Arctic Ocean and the southern on the continent of Antarctica. So the northmostern part of the earth, that is North Pole, it is made up of frozen Arctic Ocean and it surrounds the North Pole. It has landmasses of Arctic region which include islands and northern parts of European, Asian and North American continents. In the South Polar region, that is in southernmost pole, it is the Antarctica Ocean, which is the fifth largest continent, and this continent in the world contains 90% of all the ice on the planet. So Antarctica continent, it has 90% of all the ice on the planet, and this continent it is divided into two regions, that is East and West Antarctica. And it is said that 98% region it is covered with ice and contains 70% of the world's fresh water, that is in Antarctica. About 98% of the continent is covered with ice by a large ice sheet, and 70% of the world's fresh water is in Antarctica. Now we will see about the ozone layer. So ozone, it is a pale blue gas. It is a one type of gas. It is a form of like oxygen. So the common form of oxygen is a gas that all animals need to breathe, but ozone layer it is a poisonous and explosive gas. It is a very poisonous and explosive gas. So the ozone layer that is found in two different layers of the atmosphere, that is it is found ozone hole, it is found in the region over Antarctica. So this part of the atmosphere about 15 miles above the surface, it is called the ozone layer, and it protects people by absorbing harmful rays from the sun. So this ozone layer over the Antarctica, it helps people from observing harmful rays from the sun, from getting direct sunlight if they reach earth. So if the sun rays reach directly on the earth, these rays can cause skin cancer, eye diseases and other health problems. So ozone layer over Antarctica, it helps us from protecting from the harmful rays from the sunlight. Now we'll see what is Mount Erebus in Antarctica. So volcanoes can be found throughout the world, that is even in Antarctica. So smoke rises from Mount Erebus. It is an active volcano on Ross Island in Antarctica. Mount Erebus, it is the second highest volcano in Antarctica and the southernmost active volcano on Earth. And it is the sixth highest ultra mountain on the continent. And it is said that this volcano has been active since about 1.3 million years ago, and it is the site of the Mount Erebus volcano. The Mount Erebus measures is 3,795 meter, and it is notable for being one of the very few active volcanoes on the earth that has a permanent lava lake in the winter. Now we will see about Lake Vostok. Lake Vostok, it is the biggest of the 70 lakes in Antarctica that are under the ice. So you can see from the picture how the lake looks like. So it is 4,000 meters, that is 13,000 feet under Antarctica's surface, and this lake was founded by Russian and British scientists. And this lake consists of fresh water. Here the temperature of the water is about -3 degrees Celsius, that is the freezing point of water is at 0 degrees Celsius, but the water in the lake remains liquid because of the high pressure of the ice. And there are two separate basins in the lake. These are separated by a ridge, and it has been suggested that the ecosystems of the two basins are different. This lake has been ice covered for at least 15 million years. And the only water supply of this freshwater lake, it is melted water from the overlying ice sheets. So this large freshwater lake buried under Antarctica's solid ice, it is called as Lake Vostok. Now we will see about the penguins. So penguins are the birds that live in Antarctica. There is no bird living in Arctic continent, so only in Antarctic we see penguins. They are often called flippered flyers. They are called as flippered flyers because of their effortless movement through the water. And this bird, they are not able to fly. Its wings are developed for swimming rather than flying. So they have wings that is used for swimming in the ice water, not to fly. They are not able to fly. So underwater they can reach speeds of up to 15 to 25 miles per hour, and emperor penguins can reach depths of up to 1,850 feet. It is said that there are 17 total species of penguins, but the continent of Antarctica is home to only 4 species. That is the common chinstrap penguins, then the emperor penguins, then Marconi penguins, and genitive penguins. And emperor penguins, they are the largest of all penguins. An average bird stands about 45 inches tall. So the method they use to survive from the cruel environment like wind, to escape from the wind, is huddling together. They come together, close together, so that individuals can take turns moving to the group's protected center. So they come together to protect themselves from a heavy wind. Now we will see about what is colossal squid. So colossal squid, it is the biggest squid in the world, that is about 12 to 14 meters long. So this colossal squid, it is bigger than giant squid, and its body, it is reddish brown, and it lives up to 2,000 meters below the surface of Southern Ocean, that is in Antarctica. So it is the main food eaten by sperm whales. The colossal squid has ammonium chloride in its body, so it tastes inedible. They have the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, reaching 25 centimeters in diameter. So these big eyes which help them to see in the deep ocean where there is little light. A squid has 2 tentacles that are longer than its arms. The squid shoots out its tentacles with lightning fast speed to catch prey. And the squid's vital organs, they are protected by a muscly bag called the mantle, and this mantle makes up most of the squid's body. It is said that squid can change color and they can swim backwards by pushing water out from their bag-like bodies, and they can swim faster than any other invertebrate, and they live in a shallow sea water and also in depths of the oceans, feeding on all kinds of prey. And many squids are small slim animals, but the giant squid and the colossal squid, they can both grow to more than 12 meter in length. Now we will see what is Dakshin Gangotri in Antarctica. So Dakshin Gangotri, it was the first scientific base station of India. It was situated in Antarctica and it is part of the Indian Antarctic program. It is located at a distance of 2500 kilometers from the South Pole, and it is currently being used as a supply base and transit camp, and the base is named after Dakshin Gangotri Glacier. And it was established during the third Indian expedition to Antarctica, that is in 1983 to 84, and this was the first time an Indian team spent a winter in Antarctica to carry out scientific works, and this station was built in 8 weeks by an 81-member team that include geologist Sudipta Sengupta, and this construction was completed late into January 1984 with the help from the Indian Army, and Indian Republic Day was celebrated at the station along with the Soviets and East Germans. And the station was divided into 2 sections, that is Block A and Block B. Block A contained generators, fuel supply and workshops, while Block B was home to laboratories, radio rooms and other facilities. So the people who travel or live in Antarctica, they come here to carry out their work on research stations or bases and tourists. That's why no one lives in Antarctica, and it has no commercial industries or no towns or cities, no permanent residents. Now we'll see about the Arctic region, that is the region opposite end of the world to Antarctica. The Arctic region, as we have already said, it is the area around the Earth's North Pole, and Antarctica, it is in the area around Earth's South Pole. So the Arctic includes parts of Russia, Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Lapland, as well as the Arctic Ocean. It is an ocean which is mostly covered with ice. Most scientists call the area north of the tree line Arctic. Trees will not grow when the temperatures get too cold. The forests of the continent stop when they get too far north or too high up a mountain. And in the Arctic during summer there are nights when the sun never sets. This is because during summer there the North Pole points toward the sun. Sometimes people call it as the land of the midnight sun. Okay, I think so children, you have understood some amazing facts about Antarctica. So exercise part, I think so this part you can do as your own. You can read it and write the correct answer. Now see the next part, that is you have to tick the correct answer to the question within the triangle. We'll see the fun time part. Now see, in the triangle they have given 3 options, so we have to choose the correct one. See the first question, that is the year Antarctica was discovered. That is A, B and C, 3 options are given: 1820, 1920, 1980. So Antarctica, it was discovered first on 27th January 1820. It was discovered by a Russian expedition. He discovered an ice shelf at the Princess Martha Coast, and he became well known as Fimbul Ice Shelf. So it was discovered in the year 1820. So you can take the correct option, that is A. Now see the second one. Now see second, it is asked the normal lifespan of a penguin, that is asked 10 years, 30 years or 50 years. So the normal lifespan of a penguin, it is 50 years. So the penguins, it can live up to 50 years. So you can tick the correct option, that is C. Now see the third one, the number of countries that have research stations in Antarctica. Option A 2, option B 28 and option C 45. There are every countries have not taken part in research stations in Antarctica. So there are only 28 countries have research stations in Antarctica. So you can take option B. Now see fourth one, the number of people who live in Antarctica permanently. A 10, B 135, C 1500. So there are only 135 people that who live in Antarctica permanently, and that they are living there for the research works. So there are no any other people living in Antarctica. So you can take option B, that is 135. Okay children, now see the last part, that is fifth one. The quantity of world's fresh water that is present in Antarctica. 10%, 50%, 70%. So we have already studied that there are 70% quantity of world's fresh water that is present in Antarctica. So you can take the correct one, that is 70%. So I think so children, you have understood some of the basic knowledge of Antarctica. When was it found, as well as people living in Antarctica, the reason behind that. So do the homework as well as learn the spellings. Okay children, that's it for today. Thank you.